Hey students, this is Ambika, Master Teacher of Biology at Vedantu. Now in today's video, I'm going to be telling you about something that we human beings are really good at. You know what that is? Yes, giving excuses. Okay, so today let's talk a little bit about the what and why about excuses and about does it do any good at all, if at all, and about what can be done, if at all it has to be avoided. Okay, so let's get started. What exactly do we understand by excuses? In technical terms, we could perhaps define it as a set of reasons that we human beings invent in order to neglect responsibility and in order to defend our behavior against something or towards something, right? So why do we do this? If you just give it a little bit of thought, you would agree with me if I said that most of the time, whenever we give excuses, it's because we fear some kind of change. We either fear change, we fear embarrassment, we fear failure, we fear uncertainty because we do not want to take chances, and so on and on and on. But these are usually the reasons we tend to give excuses or we tend to make up excuses, right? So now let's think about whether it does any good or bad. Okay, tell me very honestly, do excuses ever do you any good? From my experience, I can confidently tell you no, it never does you any good, because either you make progress or you make excuses. These two, progress and excuses, never go hand in hand, right? People who tend to make excuses always make very little progress, right? So what can we do in order to overcome this habit? Of course, this is something that all of us humans have ended up being really good at, because right from kindergarten age, probably, I think when we were really young babies, that was perhaps the only time of our lives that we don't give much excuses, because we are very innocent and we do not fear about a lot of things. But as we grow up, maybe around 5-6 years of age, we start giving excuses for a lot of things because of laziness and because of all the reasons I've listed before. So ultimately, when we become a teenager, I think by the time we become teenagers, we end up becoming really good at this task of giving excuses. But as I said, it's a very dangerous thing and something that we should certainly avoid. It's not completely difficult. It is certainly very easy if you just paid a little bit of deeper thoughts to what you have actually been doing and what you exactly want in life. Okay, so let's look at a few steps that you can follow in order to overcome this habit of giving excuses. Tip number 1, take complete responsibility. Take complete charge of yourself. Whatever you say, whatever you do, whatever your goals are, make sure you take complete responsibility of that. Okay, this applies to me also. So let's all together make it a habit to take complete responsibilities. Distractions are always going to be there. Setbacks are always going to be there. No matter what, let's always try and focus on our goals, keeping in mind all of these are a natural part of our goals. And let's also always make it a habit of having plan B as a side plan in case plan A doesn't work out, so that nothing stops us from reaching our goals and we are always prepared to face any setbacks that may come in the way. Okay, so take responsibility. First thing. The second thing is discover your true desire. Okay, so whether it's short-term goals or long-term goals, it's very important that we completely understand why we are actually doing a particular task. Okay, so it can be anything as simple as finishing up a simple assignment that your teacher has given you, or it can be anything even a little more complex, like finishing this chapter for a class test, or even something greater, which is like studying for your board exam and so on. Why am I studying for my board exam? Because I want to score good grades. I want to score good marks. Why do I want to score good marks? It's because I want to get into the course of my choice after class 10. I want the subject combination of my choice. And why is it that I want to do it? Because I want to become a doctor. And why? Because I want to serve humanity. This is just an example that I've told you. So what I'm saying is, let's make it a habit of asking ourselves why for everything that we take up, for everything that we aim at doing. And that will ultimately help ourselves identify our true desires, so that it makes our the rest of our job much easier to stay focused on our goals and avoid giving excuses. Because as long as your willpower to succeed is very strong, nothing can ever come in the way, and you will find that you don't have the time to give excuses at all. Okay, so that is my tip number 2. And last but not the least, let's all accept the fact that life is very, very short. We, all of us, let's accept the fact that everything is unpredictable in life, right? So let's take everything one step at a time, and let's make sure life is too short that we need to ensure we have enough time to complete whatever we intended to do. So keeping that in mind, making excuses would always become a last thing in your life, and ultimately it will become a part of your character. Okay, so let's try this out, and if you have any thoughts that you want to add to this, please feel free to send me an email or drop in your thoughts in the comment section below. Until we meet again, this is Ambika signing off. Bye bye.